Hey guys, it's Quicksilver here. I am going to go ahead and do a little short video. I think today I'm going to build my little minecart elevator here. So I think to get started, I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to pillar down. I'm just going to show you on this one. I'm probably going to also build this down into my mine, but in the interest of trying to keep this actually as a short video for a change, I think I'm probably only going to build this little short one here so I can show you guys how it's going to work. The premise, like I said, maybe actually I don't know if I've told you guys or not, this design is based on something, I think it's Monkeyfarm's design originally. I will place a link in here to a tutorial that he's done on it that's actually really pretty good. Okay, so now that I've I guess hollowed out that little tunnel here, I'm going to actually go back up here, and I think I'm going to try and place my first minecart up here right now. What I will end up doing, actually I wonder if that's going to be the best way to do this. The way this is going to work, just so I can give you a quick little primer, is I'm going to leave I think I have to have 3 empty blocks between each ladder, but the way this will work is I'm going to have a minecart resting on top of each ladder, and what will happen is I'll just look up and I'll right click into the bottom minecart and just hold down my right mouse click button, and basically it's going to jump me up each minecart until I'm right here, which is where the top one will be, and then I will click out of it into a minecart that's just settled in the floor, and then I can just jump right up and out of it, and then I am out of my vertical shaft. They're super duper fast. They're probably the fastest elevators in the game as far as I know. I have built piston elevators and things like that and other things, but you're really moving at the speed of click, if there is such a thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop out all of these ladders that are in here, because that's going to be really pretty annoying, or at least I think it's going to be pretty annoying, than obviously the ones that are here. And then I will pop back in here with you guys when I can actually start building it. But I'm going to go ahead and get this going. Yeah, I actually have little pot lights already built in here, so I don't have to worry about it being too dark and mobs spawning on top of me or anything like that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop these ladders out of here, and you know, maybe I'll just do it with you guys. I don't think it's going to take me too long to do that, because this isn't really that tall of an elevator shaft here. So bear with me while I do that. One other thing I wanted to mention, in my last video where I built my enchanting room, there was a comment actually by Rivkin, I can't remember your last name, sorry Riv, about throwing a glowstone underneath my enchanting table to get kind of a cool glowy effect, and I did give that a shot, and I didn't really have a cool glowy effect. Maybe it's because of my texture pack, but what it did do for me was it solved the problem that I was having last time about not wanting to have the torches that were in there that I felt were kind of an eyesore. So thank you for that, Riv, because I did leave that glowstone underneath there, and as a result I didn't need to have the extra 2 torches. So that made me a happy monkey, and life is good. So alright, cool. Yeah, it looks like I'm up here at the very top now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to count my stuff down. Now I know I want to have 3 empty blocks in between each one, so I think the ladders are separated by 4, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then right here, cool, that's actually kind of fortunate, it's right there on the first non-stone brick, so that'll be my 4th one. So then I have, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, so my minecart will actually rest right here on this, against that stone brick, will be where one of them is going to sit. But I think I'm going to place all my ladders first before I do anything else. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to be where I want to place that, if my math is correct. Just double check. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So I'm going to keep doing that here. 3, 4, and then I'll place that one. Bump, 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 bump. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Working our way down here. So, and the other thing that this is going to do, the reason I want to do this is because I've not actually built my my minecarts yet that I'm going to throw on top of here. So this is going to let me know how many of them I need to build. So as I'm bouncing my way up, then it'll I can just kind of count that off. 2, 3, 4. Actually, hang on, guys. I've got some really loud, obnoxious music, and there's a spider somewhere around here that's bugging me. That was one of the things I did notice. I was concerned last time that you guys were going to hear. Oh yeah, there's a spider. Let's just take care of you. Nice. It's got. I actually did enchant a few things here, so I have the bane of arthropods. anti-spider sword, so that's why he went down with one shot. So anyway, alright, I'm going to go ahead and tunnel my way back up so I can count off the minecarts that I need here. So I'll just count the ladders. So there's 1. Oh man, helps to have all the dirt in there before I start doing that. So that's 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8, and then I'll want a 9th one to get out. I do have plenty of iron. Been doing a lot of caving, trying to light up the caves, as well as doing some strip mining, or I guess I'm not really strip mining, it's called branch mining. Whatever it's called, I've gotten a ton of resources now, so I'm really pleased with that, because obviously I don't want to have you guys, the worst thing for me would be working on a project and having you guys sit here with me and go, yeah, I thought I had enough to do that. So I only have 5 rails on me, but I think that's probably going to be okay, because I'll try and just reuse them as I'm banging my way up here. So trying to think here, what's the best way going to be for me to get these guys placed? I think I'll place this top one first, and then I'll kind of go from there. So I'm actually going to use the dirt here to hold it in place. Actually, you know what? That's not a good way to do it. Sorry about that. Like I said, bear with me. It's been a while since I've built one of these things. I feel a little vindicated because, like I said, I'm pretty sure Monkeyfarm was the guy that created this, and he just did this in his world a few days ago, and he was having the same kind of issue remembering what to do. What does help, though, I'm going to build this from the bottom up, because what does help is having the stuff in the walls to hold the minecarts in place. Because if they shift on you, then that's a problem. They're not gonna oh man, I should add some stone. You know what? I'm just going to use some different materials down here, because I think once I have this thing done, I'm probably going to try and clean up this entrance a little bit here anyway. Well, that was a screw up too. Yeah, I also enchanted a pick, and this thing is, oh my god, guys, I've been using iron picks for on good days. There's efficiency 4, fortune 3, unbreaking 3, and it is so much easier. Hey there, buddy. It's so much easier to mine now and to clear out spaces. I'm loving it. So, should I let you live and burn up in the day? Wow, sure, why not? Because this isn't about zombie killing, it's about building a minecart elevator. Right on. Okay, so I'm only going to keep, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about how this thing looks on the walls as I'm going up. So, and that was probably actually a little bit of a mistake to throw that one anyway. So, alright, there we go. Now we can actually finally get to building this sucker. I'm going to throw that there. Oh, it is a little dark in here, but oh well. I'll throw that here, throw my minecart on it. Now I'm going to dig down a little bit. See, that didn't move out, which is beautiful. Now I can do that, and when I pop this thing out of there, I hope I got the... I don't like how the minecarts are turning, but as long as they're held in place, then I guess that's all that really is going to matter. Yeah, see, so alright, so that's good. And yes, I did get my minecart back, so that's a beautiful thing too. Alright, or my minecart. I did get my minecart track back too, so that's a good thing. So, like I said, I think building this is going to go pretty quickly. So I don't think this is going to be too long of a video. It's probably just going to be a little bit of a little supplemental thing for you guys. Yeah, beautiful. Ooh. Well, we're going to see how this goes. That torch might be a problem. I may have to get rid of that pot light, but I'd really rather not, because it is making my life easier. Yep, there we go. That's what I didn't want. So, pot light, say goodbye. You're coming out. I'll move you up one, because you're still handy, man. But you're going to sit on top of dirt now. There we go. And now I can play. There we go. Can place that without it moving. Yeah, it's interesting. It only seems like they move when you first place them. Once they're down there, I lost one of the minecarts, but oh well, that's all right. Once you've got them in place, it seems like when I'm digging back down, it doesn't seem like the carts are moving. So that's a good thing. Again, we'll know if they do, because you'll see them slide away just like that one did. Dink. There we go. Oh, I lost another minecart. Dang. Or minecart track. I gotta stop saying the wrong words. It's gonna make it a little confusing for everybody. Okay, so there we go. And you guys get the gist. Like I said, this is exactly why I'm not going to show you the building of the same one all the way down into the mine shaft itself. Darn, man, we lost another rail. No biggie. Gonna have that same issue here. Time to move a pot light. I'm gonna put it right there. Now the nice thing about these things is using the okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it right there in the wrong place. Nice thing about using these minecart elevators though too is they work both up and down. There's nothing tricky about going down. Ooh, this is interesting. How did I miscount that? Or did I miscount that? Nope, okay. Yeah, I just took that in the wrong place. Okay, there we go. I've been drinking bleach apparently. Actually, no, don't do that. That's just me joking, but that's a very bad idea. Okay, anyway, as I was saying before I interrupted myself, the nice thing about these is, good, I got my rails back. Nice thing about them is they do work both up and down without having to do anything tricky. There's not like a timing thing you have to set or anything like that. You simply, if you're standing on the minecart and you're not actually clicked into it, you'll fall very slowly through it and all the subsequent minecarts that are going downhill, that are going down the shaft. So it's a really, really easy way to build, like I said, a really nice, fast elevator. Alright, now that I'm near the top here, I think I am going to switch back to some little better materials here. Actually, not yet, I'm not, because this one is going to actually have our minecart elevator resting on our top minecart resting on it. And I actually, if you notice, I do have one extra minecart. Anybody that was really looking at my inventory there would have noticed that. The reason I did that is because I still have to have one more minecart to click out of here. So there's a madness to my madness. Alright, I should get rid of that, and he falls into place. Beautiful. You know what? Actually, I was going to throw down that stone block, but I don't think I want that. So there we go. So now we have a nice easy way to get up and down. I can't get out yet, so I got to address that issue. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab, oh no, I have my one more minecart track because I didn't lose it. I think I'm going to be able to see this right here from it, so I think I'm going to just try and separate it by one block like that. And I think that's going to work for us. I won't be able to get that minecart track back, but that's where we will click out of. So that is a basic minecart elevator there. It's nice and easy. I'll click into this thing, make sure we can click out of it. Yep, and then we can just jump out of that, and then we're up. So that's the beauty there. Now I'll click into this, and when I want to go down, I just click into that, and we fall through it, picking up our stuff as we go. There it is. There's everything we had down there. So now the only thing I have to do is make sure I don't have anything in my hand when I click up, so that if I do screw up, it won't matter. And I'm just holding down right click, and here we go all the way up, and there we are, up and out. So, ooh, you know what? We are a little low. I may have to address this. Maybe I can put a half slab here or something. So yeah, let me see if I can't figure out how to fix this thing. I was thinking about maybe just trying to throw it in the next video, but I don't know that I want to do that. That's kind of a cruddy way to leave you guys. So let's see if I can just do it this way. I don't know. I don't really like having this thing up high like this, but I would certainly rather not, but if it solves the problem, then I'm all for it. Yeah. Okay, it actually kind of kicks me out quite nicely. So maybe I can do something to dress that thing up, but let's give this a full test here before we call it an episode. We'll go down to the bottom. Here we are. So this is like normal. Then we'll ride this sucker up like that, and then we click out to that one, click again, and we're out. So that's our minecart elevator. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of how that looks, but I think if I throw a half slab in here, I can hide the track that we can see under there. Maybe on this side too, although I'm not too worried about it on this side, since really I don't think I'm ever going to run around this side other than to jump in here and go down. So anyway, that is the minecart elevator that I'm going to use in here. I will clean this up, decorate it, make it look a little prettier so that it's not as jakey. Okay guys, one final look at this. Here's how I think I'm going to end up with the minecart elevator. So there's our exit cart. I've surrounded it with half slabs. It seems to be sufficient to keep it from being pushed around and all the little testing that I've done. I did leave the track underneath this topmost elevator just to make sure that it wouldn't budge. Then we jump into these and we hop down, and I've done a little finishing work on the room down here below as well. Here's some mobs outside. Anyway, I've done this room as well in here. There's our exit cart here, and we can drop down here and do the same kind of a deal. Now, interestingly, the fall that we're doing here that's kind of slow, the reason being, I don't know if you can even hear, but my feet are hitting the ladders is what's slowing me down on the fall down. So here we are down at, let me see, what level are we? We're at Y12 is where we're standing here. And let me turn this down. I think I hear some silly slimes. So we're at Y12. Then you can time me if you want. I'm holding down the right click. And we zap up. We're now at Y63, so that was 50 blocks vertical. Then if I jump over here, do the same thing, we can follow the rest of the way up. And we are now at Y97. So as you can see, it's super fast. The other thing that I like about that is it's super resource efficient. In the beginning of this, I let you guys see a little peek of my iron supply. I think I used maybe a stack and a half in total of iron. In fairness, I did have a couple of rails, but I did not have any minecarts when I started it. So, but I mean, honestly, when you get 16 rails out of one, I don't know if you can call it a build, but if you build one set, you get 16 out of it. That would have been plenty to do the 50 block vertical the vertical that I did from the bottom of the mine shaft up to whatever you want to call this little holding room at the bottom of this thing. Was only 13 minecarts. So it's really super resource efficient. If you want to do an elevator or something like that in your world, I highly recommend it. It seems pretty stable. I'm not sure it works very well on a server. I haven't tested it in a while, but I know once upon a time when I tested it, it seemed like there were issues with the minecarts kind of moving off the ladders or glitching into the wall or something like that. In single player, however, I've not really ever had a problem with this setup. It seems super duper efficient. Once again, to give credit to Monkeyfarm, he is the one, as far as I know, who created this thing. So once again, I will post a link to it in my video, in the description rather, at the bottom of the video. And if you guys want to go check it out, please feel free. In the meantime, like this, subscribe, all that other good stuff. I will continue to try pushing out videos as quickly as I can. Might do something a little different for one of my upcoming videos. I also play on a server called Weaver, which is a Runecraft server. I'm not the most sophisticated Runecrafter, but the guys that are on that server certainly are. It is actually the dev server for Runecraft, so there's some really cool stuff on there. I've done some really neat redstone stuff with a good friend of mine, Bloodstone, who is a pretty impressive Runecrafter in my opinion. But between he and I, we've kind of done some cool merges between redstone work and some Runecraft stuff. So I might want to go in there. I've got some really impressive builds in there, and he and I have done some really cool stuff with Runecraft, as have some of the other guys on there. So I don't know, let me know if it's something you guys are interested in. I might try and feature that. If I do, I might do a separate, not really a channel, but I guess collection of videos. I don't really remember what you call them at the bottom of the screen. This is obviously my Let's Play. Maybe I'll do a Weaver World Tour or something like that that'll just kind of show you guys some stuff, and I will probably end up maybe interviewing the guys that did it, so it might not just be me, it might be me and some other people. But I will show you guys how to build some of that stuff. So if you are curious about Runecraft or have never heard of Runecraft, it is a pretty cool mod that I guess you could say attempts to bring magic into the Minecraft world, but it really kind of brings a technical side of things as well. Anyway, I don't want to go on too much about that. I'm still kind of toying with the idea, but let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. In the meantime, again, like this, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys probably in just a couple of days. Thanks.